Are you traveling to the Philippines anytime this coming February, starting February 1 or onwards? Know more about the new arrival protocol. We will discuss in this video the new quarantine and at the same time the COVID-19 testing process. So please watch out until the end. I'm inviting you all to please subscribe to my channel. This is Global Trainer Jamey Iris so that you'll get updated with timely relevant information. So what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button and the notification bell. Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Global Trainer Jamey Iris and I will bring to you the latest update we have for the travel guidelines if you're flying here in the Philippines. Now, on February 1, 2021, there will be a new protocol when it comes to anyone traveling to the Philippines, regardless of your origin of country or where you will be departing. Now, for anyone who's listening and if you will be traveling within this month of January until January 31, this will not yet be applicable for you, but only for those who will be traveling by February 1, 2021. Let's just take a look. Now, this new protocol, what does it mean for you? If you are an OFW, a non-OFW, a balikbayan, a dual citizen, and if you're one of the foreigners who's eligible to travel here in the Philippines. Is it easier? Is it more convenient? Or is it more complicated? We'll take a look at all those. Now, let us just take a look. The new protocol starting February 1. Arriving passengers, regardless of their country of origin or your country of origin where you will be departing, you will be required to undergo facility-based quarantine upon arrival. You will have to undergo the RT-PCR test on the 5th day from the date of your arrival in the country, unless you will show symptoms at an earlier date while you are on quarantine, according to the Presidential Spokesperson Harry Roque. Now, the national government will be requiring travelers entering the Philippines to undergo the RT-PCR testing 5 days after the arrival in the country starting February 1, which Malacanabg announced yesterday. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said that this new testing protocol was adopted by the IATF last Tuesday. Now, he said arriving passengers, regardless of your origin, just like what I've said earlier, you will have to undergo the RT-PCR first to undergo the facility-based quarantine upon your arrival, and then on your 5th day, that's the only time you will have to take your RT-PCR test, which is actually so different from what we are actually doing right now. So for anyone who will be traveling this month of January until January 31, upon your arrival at the airport, then you will be swabbed at the airport per se, and you will be swabbed 2 times. Okay, one from the airport if you are coming from the country who are temporarily restricted from, the foreigners to enter from in their country. The difference between what we have right now. So anyone who's traveling this month of January, so you will be swabbed at the airport. Okay, so for everyone, so that's for everyone. So you will be swabbed at the airport. Now, what will be the difference is that if you're traveling until January 31 here in the Philippines, is the new the existing protocol that they just also implemented like a few days ago. I was actually about to. I already recorded a video. I was just about to edit and upload it, and then suddenly there's another update. So I will just have to disregard that video that I created for you with that latest update, because there's another update which is more latest than that update anyway. So what's happening right now is you will have to take 2 COVID tests if you if you are flying or departing from those 30 plus countries that are temporarily restricted to enter, any foreigner to enter here in the Philippines. And by the way, from those 35 countries, now another country has been added, and that's Czech Republic. Now, So all those countries at this point in time, if you'll be flying from there, you will be swabbed at the airport, and on the fifth day, or after 120 hours of your stay here in the Philippines, you will be swabbed. You have an option to one, you will receive an email if you want to be swabbed again. So that will be included in your package. And then you have to, again, take that, RT-PCR test and wait for the result. If the result is negative, so you can then go home and you will be strictly endorsed to the LGU of your hometown. And after that, you will have to complete the 14-day quarantine. So that is one option. And if you choose not to take the second RT-PCR test, then you have to stay in the quarantine facility. Now, if you are a non-OFW, so if the government facility that they will be providing, again, this is for January until January 31. Now, so what's happening is if there will be a government facility, then you will be transferred there. So it will be shouldered by the government. However, that's subject for availability. Now, if it's not available, for example, then you have to stay in the stringent hotel or quarantine hotel that you booked. And at the same time, you have to pay for the rest of the hotel expenses. So it is at this point in time for those who's traveling in the Philippines. I know it's quite difficult because of that protocol that they have just implemented few days ago. But then again, hoping that everything is okay so that you can, go home and you don't have to spend longer or 14 days in the quarantine facilities, in the facility. Now, also make sure if you are pre-booking everyone, so non-OFWs, make sure that you pre-book in a stringent hotel quarantine. You have to book, okay. So for all the non-OFWs, you have to pre-book a hotel in a stringent quarantine hotel approved by DOH. I'll write down on the description box I'll share a link so that at least you can know also what are those stringent hotels that we have accredited by DOH. So not just any hotel, so they have what we call stringent hotel that you have to actually book. And for the rest, it's just like the mandatory hotel. And for OFW, at this point in time, if you will be arriving within January, so until January 31, you will have to be swabbed 2 times also upon arrival, which is paid by OWA. But the second swab test, you will have to shoulder it. So if you will opt for the second RT-PCR test on the 5th day or after 120 hours, you will have to shoulder the cost OFW that costs 4,000 pesos. And if it's negative, you can go home and you will be endorsed to the LGU. However, again, if it's not negative, you will have to, or if you choose not to, avail of that RT-PCR test, then you can stay in the government facilities or facility that they will assign to you for 14 days. So that is what is existing right now. So compared, actually, for me, I can see that it's way better in some aspects. But then again, in some aspects too, there is a little bit of, let us just say, extra expenses again, especially for non-OFW. I have to be very honest also. So that's how I see it. So one thing that is good is at least you don't have to take 2 RT-PCR tests. So that's quite good. At least you only take your RT-PCR test once on the 5th day upon your arrival in the Philippines at the hotel that you will be booked at. Now, there will be assigned what we call medical personnel there that will do the RT-PCR testing. Now, another thing is upon arrival, at least you will not go through the hustle and the lengthy, queuing in the airport. So that's another good thing. Lesser chances of, interacting with more people, although there will be quite a lot of people, but at least now when you arrive by Feb.1, 2021, so you just have to basically process the you will just, so once you arrive, so one good thing about February, one good thing about the new protocol once you arrive here by February 1, 2021 is that, after your arrival process, so you can easily go to your hotel. You don't need to stay for a very long time in the airport after that tiring, flight. Plus, there will be less chances of, interacting with other people in the airport who might, hoping not, with possible COVID-19 virus, or asymptomatic, or someone who doesn't know that they do have it. It's lesser chances because again you will stay lesser time in the airport upon arrival, right? So but then again, just stay healthy. That is very important, because you have to ensure that at least you have strong immune system. Now, what else? Now, so what will happen is on the fifth day, you will be swabbed by the medical practitioner that will be assigned in the hotel. So whether you're an OFW, non-OFW, balikbayan, dual citizen, or non-Filipino or foreigner, so at least you will only have one RT-PCR test. Now, just make sure for all non-OFWs to at least pre-book your hotel stay now for at least 5 days. So that's the only thing that I see, again, personally, that will add expenses to the non-OFWs, because non-OFWs who's coming from non-restricted countries, because if you are coming from non-restricted countries, if you will be flying now by January, you will only have to book like 2 days and you'll get the results within 2 days. However, for Filipinos and OFWs, balikbayan who's coming from the restricted countries, you already have to book for 5 days. Now, on February 2021, all of you have to book at least minimum for 5 days. And then because you will only receive the result estimated on the fifth day. Now, everyone, so that is the genetic protocol that was given by IATF. However, if you recall from what I've read and said earlier, now, unless, okay, the passenger shows symptom at an earlier date, then you will be swabbed on the fifth day. But if you show symptom prior to that fifth day, please inform already the authorities in the hotel so that you can get swabbed earlier. Or even if someone or a passenger did not inform anyone, however, from the observation of the officers, for example, both in the airport or in the hotel, that you need to be swabbed earlier, or you're manifesting some symptoms of COVID, then you will be swabbed earlier than day 5. So I hope that's quite clear. So everyone, so far that's the latest update that we have regarding the new protocol, regarding your arrival here in the Philippines, and at the same time, the quarantine hotel. Now, once you complete the RT-PCR test and you got a negative result, so hoping everyone will get the negative result, you can go home and you will be endorsed to your LG, your local government unit, so that you can then complete your 14 days with your family. Yes, so that's the latest one that we have. So again, for those who's only listening for the first time and you might not know the cost of the RT-PCR test, for non-OFWs and foreigners, it's 4,000 pesos, ranging around 80 plus dollars, depends on the conversion rate that we have, and you can avail of the different medical labs who's offering, or providers that we have when it comes to offering what we call the RT-PCR test. So we have Detoxicare, we also have Pad Lab, and we also have Red Cross. So you can choose. And I have a separate video regarding that one. Well, that's it for the new protocol. So I hope this helped you and kept you updated. So prepare yourself, everyone, for a 5 days, minimum 5 days quarantine once you travel February 1 onwards here in the Philippines. So please make sure you bring your face mask, face shield, so that at least you can keep yourself healthy and safe. With that, everyone, may God bless you. Have a pleasant flight. And should you have any questions, please let me know. Write it down on the comment box and I will answer the soonest I can when I read your message. So with that, God bless and see you on my next video.
I hope this information had helped you regarding knowing more about the new arrival protocol. So if this video had helped you, please click like and please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell. So with that, everyone, thank you so much for subscribing and see you again next video. Thank you for watching.